Hi everyone, so today I wanted to make a quick video. So I'm just gonna get ready with you guys and kind of go over some things you might not know about me. So let's start off with my messy hair. So the reason why I have this on is because I lost a lot of hair after the baby was born. So I do have a lot of baby hairs around this area, so they all kind of tend to stick everywhere. So I decided to just put on a headband for right now while I do my makeup. And if you guys see me looking back there, it's because the baby is actually back there. He just woke up from his nap, so hopefully we'll be good to go. But yeah, so I went ahead and did my fill in my brows, and I fill them in with this brow pencil. I don't know what it's called. I had it for a while. All I know it's chocolate, the tone chocolate. So I went ahead and just fill them in a little bit. And for those that don't know me, I am a stay-home mom. So I have a 15-year-old daughter and a 1-year-old son. My son was born premature. He was born at 28 weeks. So he just turned 1. Technically, he is 11 months. So he tends to be a little smaller than most kids his age. And I unfortunately had to let go of my job because at the time that I was getting ready to go back to work, I was still not in good health. And then my son was still too small and nobody wanted to kind of take care of him anymore, I guess because of how small he was. And then daycare, the doctor told me it was not a good idea to put him in daycare because his immunity system was not as strong as a child his age would normally be. So I decided to stay home, and for the last couple of months I've been working from home for a company by the name Pharmacy. I do sales through them, so that's what I do, and that's why I usually make these videos. And now that he's getting older, it makes it a little bit hard because when I'm trying to do videos, he's very active. He's gotten into that age where he's very, very active. He's very, how can I say? He's very hands-on, typical boy. I don't see it like anything out of the normal, which I'm glad because for 28 weeks, when he was born, he was 2 pounds 1 ounce, so he was pretty small. He has no health issues. While he was in the NICU, he had a couple issues. He had, I believe he had some kind of blood clot in his brain. I don't remember the exact term. And he had some kind of heart problem where there was a certain thing going on. I don't remember the terminology. I'm so sorry. But I'll try to make a video about him in the NICU, so you guys are able to see what I'm talking about. So he was pretty small, and thank God he is in perfect condition right now. I have no complaints. He's been reaching his milestones. We do work with a child development therapist, so he is right on point when it comes to his what do you call it, adjusted age. So we are right on track, so I'm super happy about that. Of course, my job, which is doing sales for Pharmacy, helps me kind of schedule everything around his schedule, and that helps me kind of bring some income into the home, which I'm grateful for. If you guys never heard of Pharmacy, I do hope you guys take a look. I'll leave a link below so you guys are able to see some of the products. They have anywhere from skincare, makeup, and cologne, perfume, home stuff lately. So we're talking about like detergent, laundry detergent. What else can I tell you guys? So yeah, their products are very amazing, non-toxic, and I completely love them because I do have sensitive skin. My son has sensitive skin, and so does my daughter. So Unfortunately, right now, I guess I'm getting past those hormones, like after pregnancy hormones, that my acne started to just come back. And I don't know if you guys are able to see, I've talked about it when it comes to making videos for pharmacy. I do not have perfect skin. I do have a lot of acne scars. I dealt with acne for about 15 years almost. So I do have a lot of acne scars. Lately, I've been having a lot of breakouts, and I do have eczema around this area. So I do have all kinds of problems with my skin. Um, so it's kind of hard to put yourself out there, but pharmacy gave me a little bit of that confidence to push me and kind of show others like some of their amazing skincare products. So for the time being, I guess all my acne has to do with hormones. Unfortunately, there's really nothing I can do. I do want to start getting onto birth control, because birth control helps you kind of control your hormones. So I do want to start that probably this month, hopefully. So yeah, so I want to make videos on this channel about makeup. I love doing makeup. I love doing my own makeup. I am really, really bad at doing other people's makeup, to be honest. I learned how to do my own makeup since I was 15, and I came across makeup by accident. So I think at 11, the first thing I ever used was an eyeliner, and I remember seeing my mom use an eyeliner, and I was like, oh my god, I want one. So one time I went into the restroom and I got her eyeliner, and I know lots of people are gonna be like, you can use somebody else's eyeliner, and I know that now, but back then I was like, no. So I started using it. My mom noticed, so she didn't say anything. She was like, okay. My dad noticed. My dad freaked out. He was like, what is she using? Why is she putting that on? So he completely freaked out. So, but my love for makeup didn't start till I was 20, in my 20s, to be honest. So at the age of 14, I want to say, 14, 15, maybe a little bit later. I'm not quite sure. So I remember my sister and I were having one of our arguments. Now, when we had arguments, we would throw things. And unfortunately, this one time she threw a remote control across the room and it hit me right in the eye. So I ended up being with a black, I want to say a mixture of purple and black eye, sort of. So one of my eyes was completely different than the other eye. And I remember that weekend we were gonna have a party, and I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? Like, how am I gonna cover my other eye? And so I decided to play with makeup. I decided to match my other eye to the eye that was completely purple, all kinds of colors, purple and a little bit of green and a little bit of black, I think. And I ended up doing it. But then after my eye ended up healing, I kind of left the makeup. I had no interest. The only thing I did keep up with was with foundation. So since I had acne, I always was ashamed of showing my face, so I always tried covering it with foundation and powder. So that has always been my to-go combo. And then I remember when I was 20, 21, I started using makeup palettes, and every time that I would use makeup, I felt really beautiful and made me have some kind of self-confidence in me, especially because I was still having acne problems. So that's how my love for makeup came to be. So of course, when I started like with different kind of looks, really colorful. Then I became a mom. When I became a mom, actually I became a mom at 19, 20, correction, 20. So I was still in that phase, early phase, where I was using different kinds of colors, different tones on my face. So I went through that phase. Then when my daughter started going to school, I started using more like the natural colors. So I tend to be more on the range of like browns and more natural looks. Of course, I do love playing with colors. So pharmacy kind of brought me to that now, where I'm able to kind of do these videos to promote some of the stuff that I use. And I absolutely love it. I mean, And what I wanted this channel to be was kind of to show my love for makeup. And usually when I do my makeup, I usually do 3 basic steps. I've been doing them for a while, and that's what has helped me, especially because I'm always on the go, so I know how to do these steps. I'm not gonna say I don't feel super comfortable getting out of my comfort zone. I'll try something, but yeah, I usually tend to go back to what I know. So I'll show you guys some of my looks here and there just to kind of talk. And another thing I wanted to kind of put out there on this channel was kind of my story, my pregnancy story, because I noticed that some people can relate. I do join Facebook groups, and I joined this group about premature babies, and they had a lot of questions, a lot of moms, first time moms that don't know what to do. And I've been through it twice, so I didn't mention it at the beginning of the video. I don't think I mentioned it. I have a 1-year-old son, and then I have a 15-year-old daughter. My 15-year-old daughter was also a premature baby at 28 weeks. So she was 2 pounds 13 and a half ounces. My son was 2 pounds and 1 ounce, so he was a lot smaller, but they were both born on the 28th week of gestation. So completely different when it comes to meeting the milestones, completely different kids. So yeah, so I wanted to kind of share my story here. So if there's any moms out there that have any questions, I'll be more than happy to. I want to also show my journey with Aiden, who's my son, who's my premature son. And kind of, you know, show off a little bit of how he is. He has a huge personality. That's what I love about my son. He's just very, very happy. He's a happy baby. I mean, he's been through staying in the NICU for 2 months. After that, I think it was around February he had his first surgery. So give me 1 second because I know he's moving. So I need to make sure he's okay. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm back. So yeah, he has a huge personality, and I want people to see that. I don't want people to see I don't know. When it comes to me, sometimes when I'm looking through Facebook or I'm looking through let's say TikTok, I see a lot of sad stories when it comes to premature babies, and I just want to show moms out there is hope. I mean, just because your baby is born premature and they're super tiny, don't underestimate them, because my 2 kids have shown me a lot. I mean, for them being so tiny, they have shown me what strength they have, and I am super blessed that they're healthy. My 15-year-old daughter is pretty healthy. My son, so far, I've seen nothing wrong with him, so I'm super blessed. And I just want mamas out there to know you're not alone. And these little tiny babies are the strongest babies. So I kind of want to show that as well. I kind of want to show my family life. As you notice, I am Mexican American, so I do have different days my accent comes out. Other days I tend to lean more into Spanish. Sometimes I speak in Spanglish, which is not a language, but you know, you could blame my parents for that, because growing up I spoke to them in Spanglish, and they responded to me at the same time in Spanglish. So if you guys hear me with an accent, or another thing I do have to say is I do have a lisp. I had braces for quite some time, and I still wear my retainers at bedtime, so I tend to have a lisp. I'm looking for my primer because I didn't prime my lids. So I want to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. And I think I still have a little bit of product in there. So I'm just going to put a little bit goes a long way, and I'll just spread it with my fingers gently. So there we go. So today I'm going to be using the Mini Pro palette from Beauty Creation, and that's volume 2. I have different palettes. One of the things that I love about makeup is palettes, eyeshadow palettes, and I tend to have a lot, which my husband tends to sometimes be like, are you going to use all of them? Why do you have so many of them? So he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand. So I do tend to have a lisp, like I was saying. So if you guys ever hear me, please do not make fun of me. Please do not laugh at me. Then again, I got used to it. So I'm going to be using this beautiful shade called Empire. Which is a beautiful shimmery shade. So I'm going to be using that all over my lid. What else can I tell you guys about me? Something you guys don't know. So, I also do deal with anxiety. I've been dealing with anxiety for a couple years, and I also want to share that in my channel. I want to share some of the techniques that have helped me with my anxiety. I did end up having therapy for that. I avoided medication. My anxiety did get to the point where I needed some medication, and I ended up trying a couple medications, but I didn't stick with any of them. I decided to just deal with it, speak to a therapist, do a couple coping skills, and that's what has helped me get through anxiety. So I'm going to be sharing that here as well. I also was a single mom for about 9 years. So I didn't meet my husband till my daughter was 9 years, I believe. She was 9 years old when I met my husband. So my first child was from a previous relationship. And her father walked away from her when she was, I want to say, 3. Yeah, he would come on and off. He would come once in a while, and then he completely disappeared when she was 5, I believe. She started school and he completely disappeared. So I've been raising her on my own. But I can't fully say that I raised her on my own. I had help. I had my parents help me. My younger sister helped me take care of her for many years. But still, you know, I had a lot of insecurities, a lot of troubles. I shed a lot of tears some nights because as a single mom, all these thoughts come to your mind. Sometimes, like, I don't know. I'll share that story with you guys as well, because I dealt with a lot of negativity when it came to being a single mom. Even when it came to dating was one of the hardest things for me because I didn't know. I guess there's a stigma out there when you date someone that has children. You tend to be, how do you say it? Men tend to be kind of awkward around it. Like, they tend not to take you seriously, and that's the worst mistake. Because I met a lot of guys that I actually really, really liked, but when it came time to them kind of knowing that side of me, they kind of hesitated and stopped talking to me. So, I know they're lost. That's what I always say. They're lost. My daughter always came first, and always will. That's one of the things that I did mention to my husband when I met him. I told him, my daughter comes first, so be aware. And she loves my husband. She absolutely loves my husband. She, since day one, she called him Dada. That's who she tends to lean on when she needs something. So I'm going to go ahead and use Bougie which is this one right here, just on the outer corners, just to kind of give it some dimension. And now I'm just gonna kind of blend it so it doesn't look too harsh. I'm gonna use another brush. I had a fluffy brush here somewhere. So yeah, so I do have different stories I could tell you guys. I've been through a lot for my age. I know some of you guys will be like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I remember when I was a single mom that I would find it really hard. There were days that I would wonder if I would ever meet someone to be not to be the father of my daughter, because I never looked for anybody to be that role model for my daughter. It was more like I knew my family was complete, and I think she knew that our family wasn't complete. So I always wonder if there would be any man out there that would accept me for me. One, I'm not an easy person to deal with, so my husband knows that. Let alone find someone that would accept me with my daughter. So I met the right person. I absolutely love the fact that my husband treats my daughter like his own. And now we have our little one, and our little one absolutely loves his sister. His sister loves the little one. As you can hear him over there. He's making some noise. So yeah, so now we're gonna go in with an eyeliner, if I can find my dark eyeliner. If not, I'm gonna have to do the I don't think I have my dark eyeliner here, so I'm gonna have to use this eyeliner here, which is a green eyeliner. So I'm gonna use that one real quick. There we go. And I'm barely learning how to use these eyeliners. I like the really thin eyeliners. I usually use like the small tiny ones with the really thin tip, and these ones I love it because you can either put it thin or you can make it as thick as you want. But I've never used it in like pencil or pen form, so I'm barely learning, you guys. So there we go. We do have some fallout. But no problem. That's super easy to clean. So I'm gonna get one of these cotton pads, and I'm gonna spray a little bit of my rose water and just kind of clean. There we go. And now I'm just gonna curl my lashes. I told you guys, nothing too outrageous, nothing out of the ordinary. Super easy. Super easy. Something I could do really fast. I'm going to use this mascara, which is the Pharmacy mascara. And this one's pretty cool. This one has a lengthening one, and then it has the volume the volume brush. Sorry. Now I also do know that I believe this week I'm going to be getting my green eyeliner, which I do need for my bottom lid. What, puppy? There we go. And I'm gonna add a little bit of volume, which is the other brush. There we go. Just to add a little bit of volume. Super easy. I don't know about you guys, but my makeup routine has changed ever since I became a mom. So sometimes I have it really basic. Sometimes I do have time to do a little extra. Sometimes I don't. So usually when I do, I go ahead and try to do something a little bit different. Today I don't have that much time. Dinner time is just around the corner, so I have to get to cooking. So I'm going to be using the VX Pro, which is also from Pharmacy. A lot of my makeup, I do have Pharmacy makeup. And this foundation, I love it because it's full coverage. Ever since I was younger, I would always use full coverage, just because, like I said, I do have a lot of imperfections in my face, and that works best for me. And it covers most of my redness and my breakout. So, and I absolutely love this one. That's why I'm using it. And it's super high coverage. You can use as much as you want or as little. I didn't use that much. And there we go. I've been having a lot of breakouts here. Last week it was right on my forehead. This week it's like right on my cheeks. So I'm gonna cover that up. There we go. Nothing too crazy. I was looking for my palette to do my contour, my bronzer, and my blush, but I don't think I have it here. So let me check. I don't have it here. Sometimes I put my makeup in different places, especially when we go out. I tend to carry some of my makeup like on the diaper bag, like small palettes. So I don't have the one that I usually use, so I'm going to be using different ones today. So I'm going to be using this one, which I loved, which is the Wet n Wild Makeup Stick Contour. out of it. I usually use it right there. Sometimes I put a little bit of it right there. So I'm gonna use my brush. And my color might be off a little bit just because I haven't been out to the sun, and like that's not my usual bronzer I use. And it's just to kind of give me a slimmer look. There we go. Super basic. Super basic. Nothing out of the ordinary. And for today's blush, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild, the color Icon. This one is Melon Wine. So it's pretty cute. Pretty. Not too much. Usually I use the Pharmacy 3-in-1, but I don't have it. So I'm going to have to do that. Use this one right here. There we go. And then I usually put powder just to set everything in place. And today I'm going to be using the Banana Setting Spray Powder. And this one is I don't know what brand it is from. I'll show you guys in a bit. So I'm going to use just the brush because I don't have my little beauty blender. I have to wash them. So nothing too crazy. I just want to kind of help set everything in place. And I'm usually a matte type of person, so I don't like to glow or anything like that. Especially because I have oily skin due to my acne, so I don't like highlighter. Once in a while I'll put a little bit of highlighter like here and here and under my eyebrow. But other than that, I'll just leave it plain. And then I'm going to use this lip gloss. This one is from Pharmacy, and this one is Dusty Rose. So let me get my mirror really quick. There we go. I wish I would have had my lippy that's in the shade Goddess, but I left that one in the car. Goddess is a natural, like, beautiful matte lipstick, and unfortunately I left it in my car. So there we go. There's the finished look. Just to be home. I'm not going anywhere, so I'm going to be staying home pretty much. I just wanted to kind of do my makeup today to not feel so down. One of the things about being in quarantine doesn't mean you shouldn't get ready and just kind of feel good about yourself. The more you tend to be like on your PJs and slack off, you tend to feel down. So I tried to do these makeup routines once in a while, add them into my weekly schedule, like a must, kind of like a self-care. So that way I tend to do something, pass the time, and also feel better about myself. So there you guys go, and I hope you guys subscribe to the channel. I'll be trying to put more videos out there. I want to share a little bit about my story with preeclampsia, a little bit of my pregnancy story, Aiden's story. My 15-year-old daughter, I don't think she'll share a lot. I just want to share like some of the tips I learned while I was a single mom. And to be honest, she is one of my best friends. And she tells me all the time, Mama, you're my best friend. Mama, you're my best friend. And that girl tells me everything. So I do want to get people, ladies, have certain tips on how to still bond with your daughter. I mean, she's 15. She's a pretty good child. I have a very good bond with her, so I want to give you guys tips as to what you can do to bond with your kids. I hope my relationship with Aiden is the same as my daughter. I can't say it will be completely the same, but I also do want to have that open relationship with him eventually when he gets older. So I hope you guys like some of the content that I'm gonna go ahead and put. I'm gonna be sharing a lot of videos with Aiden because I mean he's small and he loves the camera, so I'll be showing a lot about a lot of him in my videos. So I'll let you guys go. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.